Is it going?
Yep.
All right, fantastic. This is FNGR, and today on Limbo Podcast, we are joined by Corpulent Brony.
Hello, everybody.
As well as Dusty Rhodes.
Apples.
And Aeon of Dreams.
Yo.
With our special guest, Moliminous. There, I got it right.
Limbo. How the fuck you doing? It's me, Faith or Moliminous. I run around, make people sit down, and yeah, what's up, Limbo?
Wait a minute. I was instructed several times not to call you Faith Moliminous, and he just did.
Faith or Moliminous.
All right.
You got put in there with the fluid motion.
I was hoping it was going to be like a pimp named Slickback. You have to say the whole...
You gotta say the whole thing. It's a pimp named Slickback.
I'll never remember that.
I'm familiar with some of the extensive background you've done in gaming, as well as that of a YouTuber, and I'm hoping to ask a little bit about your thoughts on those experiences. Do you feel that gaming has taken a turn for the worse?
I don't think necessarily gaming itself has taken a turn for the worse, but I do believe that definitely the community has taken a turn for the worse. You see communities like the Halo community dying out, which was usually good-natured, more friendly than the Call of Duty community, and things like GTA 5 thrive, where they're a lot more crude, a lot more vicious when it comes to video making and stuff like that, where they attack each other on a daily basis and stuff like that. So as a community, we're getting worse, but as a just concept of gaming and stuff like that, it stayed the same, I would say.
Oh, so you'd feel the problem is more with the players as opposed to any major companies like, say, EA, Ubisoft, or Blizzard, or Square Enix?
Companies definitely are a problem, like with micro charging us at every corner and stuff like that, making us pay for DLC that's on our disc. But I still believe, by and large, the problem does have to do with, I guess, not every player, but the big ones that are the YouTubers and stuff, setting the standards for how you act in these games. A lot of the time, the COD players emulate that their favorite commentators who have these filthy mouths who tell people just to do horrendous things to themselves that they get killed in a video game, and it just sparks this hatred. So I would say it's more the people than the companies that make stuff like this.
Certainly. Does anyone else have any other questions? I've still got plenty more here.
Well, I mean,
What do you do? What do you do, Faith, for the community? For people who are listening and might not know.
For the Brony side, I do a lot of headcanon-y stuff. I guess I'm like Ink Rose in that aspect. I might be completely wrong in that, and that she doesn't do that, but that's what I think she does. I don't actually watch her videos.
So your videos are glorified fan fiction, essentially.
Yes, actually, half of my videos are stolen from fan fiction, and I have said that multiple times. I literally read fan fiction, and I go, that's a good idea. Should make a video about it.
Excellent. What about YouTube? What's gotten better, if anything, and what's gotten worse for you?
For me,
yeah, just from your experience as a consumer, or someone who works with YouTube and profits from it.
It's hard to say. It's like everything good turns into something bad later down the road, it feels like. So.
Excellent. All right, you've had a past with Machinima, just for example. Was there any sour grapes between you and them, or is it just all business?
With Machinima, the thing with Machinima is there was good times. There were definitely good times, and then there's horrible times. Like Machinima used to be good. They used to be nice. The representatives that you had, because you go through a middle person. Mm-hmm. You don't really, I never really ever got to talk to anyone that was like big in the Machinima corporate ladder. You had someone that would always help you, someone that was dedicated to a certain number of partners who would handle things. And like for our uploads, we got a few on Respawn, and then they decided that they were going to delete a lot of the Respawn videos because they didn't want to pay us money anymore, because the videos were only making, I don't know, like after a while, like a couple hundred every year, and it was apparently more money to send us out checks or pay us it or whatever than it was worth. So they just started deleting videos. So it's not necessarily super bad, but they didn't give us a heads up on that. They just kind of did that and said that's how it is. And as soon as our contract ran out with them, because our channel that we were partnered under with them got hacked, it got hacked multiple times. As soon as our contract ran out with them, they completely, like, they just dropped us. They said it's not our problem anymore. So, which is understandable, it's not, but it was just really kind of cold. They're not very like a homey feel network. They are a business by and large, and they act as such. So
again, if anybody has any other questions, they can jump in at any time. Yeah. Okay, certainly. Corpulent.
What game are you playing right now at this moment?
Bravo.
I am.
Oh, just curious.
I am playing Advanced Warfare because I am trying to get back into gaming, and a lot of people wanted me to get back in gaming, so I have to play Advanced Warfare. I don't think I'm too bad at talking while I game though, because that's what I used to do as a living. So
you're certainly not Jeff Bridges. By all means, continue.
What do you think about this whole Gamergate thing that's been going on? Have you followed it? Do you know anything about it?
No, it's a perfectly good question. Go ahead.
I know a little bit about Gamergate. I'm not gonna pretend to be an expert on its political stuff because I try to keep my nose clean of that. Because on YouTube, if you have an opinion, you like segregate part of your audience always. And so the whole Gamergate thing, I don't know. It's kind of confusing because I know the anti-Gamergate, the whole journalism aspect of that, with the journalists pretty much being completely corrupt and disregarding all basic journalism practices, such as taking bribes from the people they're reviewing or sleeping with the female that they're supposed to be reviewing the game of. This is like basic stuff that they should know is wrong. And then when they get caught, they blame gamers, saying gamers are just like these horrible people and stuff. And like they're literally insulting their consumer, the people who buys their product, their reviews, their magazines, and etc. That was the response. So
the shitty part is that it fucking worked. They managed to turn it back onto gamers and sick all the feminists on gamers and get them off of themselves. It's like that's the worst thing about it.
And then you have people like Fox News.
I would like to state for the record that views and opinions shared by Lee, I have no problems personally with any feminists out there.
No, I'm not. Well, okay, I am. I'm not doubting that there are women that have had issues with men in gaming. I mean, any male-dominated hobby or industry, you are going to get a lot of that. But the main focus I want to put it on is the fact that the gaming journalists managed, like, if there are any feminists listening that are offended by me, don't be offended by me. Be offended by the fact that all the gaming journalist websites are using you to get the heat off of them for their blatant, unethical business practices.
I got to admit, I didn't see this coming.
I mean, it's true, and it's really sad when they're using them as a scapegoat, and they're kind of blinded by this. They see someone's giving them a positive light, because feminists do get a lot of heat, because there's some bad apples in the feminist group, or whatever you want to call it, a collection, who are very vocal.
One bad apple, and it's called Tumblr.
It's very loud and vocal, so the face of feminists is tarnished by that to a lot of people, and they see game journalists or whatever taking their side, saying like, oh no, you're right, you're in the right, it's these gamers. So they're kind of latching onto this, and they don't really see that they're just being used as an excuse to push the blame.
Yeah.
So it sucks, but
And I mean, it's they've created, and I mean, I'm sure they didn't like orchestrate this whole thing. There's no way that gaming journalists are that fucking smart. But the fact that like they managed to create this perfect storm of they got the feminists to think that it's male gamers, and they got the feminists to try and take away video games, and then you got all these male gamers that think they're trying to take the video games away, and then they start actually shitting on feminists, saying, "Oh, these fucking feminists try to take the games away," and then you've created the problem. You've literally created the problem. You created the conflict. It's frustrating how perfectly it worked out for them.
Well, you also have two groups who aren't like shying away from a fight ever, so.
Yeah.
Well, I did have to go back to one thing here. I realize if you're okay to talk about this without getting any trouble, you're partnered with Freedom right now. How well are you financially without going into specifics? Is this a new high point for you?
I wouldn't say it's a new high point. Gaming paid well, but it's definitely the highest for ponies that I've been. Freedom treats me well. They definitely do. If I ever need support, like for legal reasons or whatever, they always got my back for that so far. They're just all around great. If I need to get in contact with someone, if it was with Machinima, I would be waiting for like a week, 2 weeks. With them, I can literally pop into a 24/7 live stream support chat and ask them what's up, and get my questions answered immediately. Like they're just pretty much awesome. That's the best word to use to describe them. They actually care. Sometimes they care about the little guy too much because they still consider me big, quote unquote. So I don't get all the special perks, but they do take care of me. And the good stuff that they do definitely outweighs the bad. That's for sure.
Do you feel sometimes the temptation to abandon your studies and pursue the whole YouTube thing? Just, that's your full-time thing?
Nope. Because I am definitely scared of waking up one day because I've had it happen already and my channel just being gone. I would never in 100 years just abandon it unless I started getting PewDiePie views.
Okay.
I'm gonna make sure I have a trade.
All right.
We have a question from
Absolutely.
our viewer. Rainbow Derp asks if you have any New Year's resolutions.
New Year's resolutions.
Don't get
Shit,
DDoXed.
Yeah, don't get DDoSed anymore. That'd be great. I don't know. I guess the standard stuff. I'm swearing off meat pretty much. But that's more like medical stuff, I guess. But I guess that's a thing. Yeah, actually, pretty much, probably.
Mm-hmm.
I'll probably cheat every now and again, but I'll try my best not to.
Yeah.
I already don't eat a lot of meat, though. It's a thing. Like, I'll have a cheeseburger every blue moon.
Doesn't that cause your body to reject meat if you haven't had it in so long?
I have heard that if you stop eating meat just outright for a certain amount of time, your body it won't act the same when you actually have it. I don't know if that's like 100% true, but that is what I hear.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's good once in a while to just go to like Five Guys and just eat something really wonderful.
Are you keeping?
Oh god.
Are you keeping with like?
Five Guys,
Five Guys?
is at least a weekly ritual for me.
I love Five Guys, man.
We have one over here. My mom was just like, when she came up to visit me at uni, she was just like, no, Five Guys is just shite. We can't eat there.
Leaky, you would be such a good American, at least from like the food perspective.
They just opened a Five Guys. It's a little bit closer to my house than the other one I was going to, and it's right by my work. So now, like on Friday after work, I can just like drive from work over to the Five Guys and then drive home, and I have Five Guys right when I get home from work. Oh, it's so nice.
Yeah, I got one town over. I just haven't like gotten around to it. Is there anyone at Machinima, Freedom, or otherwise who's particularly cheapened your experience, due to being a jerk or unprofessional or completely unreliable?
I wouldn't say it Freedom or Machinima. I couldn't really say anyone at Machinima because I don't really want to burn that bridge too badly. But Maker Studios, just like, I mean, their entire staff at Maker Studios, and they recently got bought out by Disney for I think like $2.7 billion. But their entire staff is just the most money grubby, just jerkish, hate-filled individuals that I have ever had the displeasure to ever be associated with.
So it's like an army of Bobby Kodaks.
Who's
Sure,
Bobby
I
Kotick?
don't know who Bobby Kotick is.
He was the former CEO of Activision.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah.
He's Vandahar on steroids if we're taking it on Call of Duty reference. But yeah, it's not even just to the smaller intermediate guys. Ray William Johnson, who used to be the #1 YouTuber, love him or hate him because I know a lot of people hate him. They took his music channel because they wanted to start paying him less. They literally just took his channel because he got mad about that and he didn't want to agree to these lower payment terms that they sprung on him, which is against their own contract. They took control over his YouTube channel and they took over his main channel as well, and then they threatened to send him to court. And it was just like a lot of people left after that.
So just a reminder, Maker Studios is terrible.
Yeah, Maker Studios is terrible. If you don't realize, Social Blade is RPM, which is a subsidiary of Maker Studios. So you're going to get the same treatment if you partner with RPM.
Whatever ended up happening with that Fred guy?
Fred?
Yeah.
Oh, he's actually he has a new channel and it has like 1 million subs now. He's also came out as gay, which was no surprise to be honest. But
I heard a rumor that his old channel, like the original Fred channel, got sold off to some like.
No, it was a joke.
Company.
Yeah, it was a joke. He was doing a video series to explain that he will never make Fred videos again. Yeah, everyone thought he just sold the channel, but it turned out that it was part of a prank. But no, he has another channel with his one female friend, Jenny, and it's called Lucas and Jenny, and they just go through a bunch. They're just vloggers, pretty much. I can't tell if his voice is more annoying without the filter or with the filter, though. So
Fantastic.
We've got another question from the audience. Rainbow Derp wanted to know if you read any books, and if you do, what genre do you like to read the most?
Oh god, I love reading it. Genre, it's gotta be like romance and comedies. I also, as nerdy as it sounds, I read a lot of fan fictions as well, but I read a lot of actual literature too. But it's gotta be romance.